Now highlight entire row for top 3. Okay, highlight entire row for top 3. Okay, let's do that. So again, entire row. So I'm going to select this full range. Okay. Conditional formatting, new rule. Okay. Formula. It says entire row for top 3. What I meant, top 3 sales figures. Okay. So let me write equals I26. As usual, I do not lock 26, the row number. I want it to change, correct? Obviously. Top 3. Okay. Now, okay, before I write this, I should be talking about that function, right? So hold on. Let me cancel it and talk quickly about the function that you need to do this. There's a function called large. Large. The large function takes an array, much like max or min, a series of numbers. It's also called a range. It's also called an array. So this is what it is, right? I feed this numbers to large, and then I also provide an integer k. So if I write 2, this will return the second largest number in that range. If I type 3, it returns the third highest. If I type 1, as you can understand, this will return the highest. So this is the same as max. This is exactly the same thing as max. Okay. Now, while we are at the, while we are discussing large, might as well quickly talk about the other function called small. So small will again take these values. Okay. And this number now, as you can understand already, 2 is the second lowest, 3 is the third lowest, and 1 is the lowest, the same thing as minimum. Okay, so that's large and small for you. Okay, fine, good.
Yes.
Now I'm going to use that function to solve this problem. Highlight entire row for top 3. So again, so I'm going to go here. Oops, sorry. Conditional formatting, new rule, formula, here, equals I26, remove the dollar, hold on. Okay, I26 is greater than equals to, okay, large, this entire range, okay, comma 3. So look at this carefully. Okay, how can you look at this carefully if I don't magnify? So here it is. Yeah, makes sense? Makes sense, right? So this function, so what does it do? It checks the sales figures and checks if it's greater than equal to the top 3. No, sorry. Let me repeat. It checks the sales figure. It looks at the sales figure and checks if it's greater than equal to the third highest. The third highest. So which means I get the top 3. Yeah. So now I go to format and then I have to pick some other color. Let's say I pick this color, right? And say okay. And there you go. So now you can see these are the top three. Okay, great. And the entire row is selected. Now I'm going to go and get back
This
to
highlights top 2.
Sorry, come again.
This highlights only top 2.
No, I can see that it is highlighted top three.
Okay, I'll try.
You missed the equal sign. You must have missed the equal sign. Greater than equals. Okay. Now, what happens if, for example, here we were lucky, in fact, there's no clash, right? There's no clash. So there are two mutually exclusive stuff, right? 28th of May and 27th, and top three, they don't clash. But then what happens if I make it 27 or 25, right? 25. Then you see this is blue, right? So this gets precedence. Now, what do I do if I don't want this to happen? I can go to conditional formatting, manage rules, worksheet, and then I can change the priority of the rules here. So I can say this, take it down, and then apply. Okay. Now this color, whatever it is, I'm not good with colors. So this color gets precedence over the blue. Correct? So if you're good with colors, you may be wondering, Professor is colorblind. I know I'm not saying, I'm not right when I say blue and all that, but I'm aware of it, but I don't know the name of it. I'm not colorblind, but I don't know the name. That's all. The different shades with different names. I'm not aware of this. I'm told that men are not and women are. I'm not sure though. Okay, so done. Conditional formatting is done. Is it fine? The remaining you can do yourself. I'm not going to do any more formatting for you. Okay. So now this one. Yeah, you're all right. You're okay, right? I can go to the next one. Okay. I don't see any questions, so I assume that you're fine. Okay. Now, what does this talk about? Well, I'm saying highlight the entire row if Y. What it means is if I paid my bill or whatever it is, then highlight the entire row in a particular color. Okay. Now, the good thing about it is, as I start paying other bills, then the rows get highlighted. I don't have to do much with it because I have a formula. I have a condition given. So how do I do this? In fact, you can do it. Why don't you do it? Why don't you do this? Highlight the entire row with a color, right? And any color, and then check as you change the rows to Y, does it automatically change the format? It will, obviously, if you have done it correctly.